Hello everyone. Before we start with the design foundation, let's first understand why we are need design tokens in the first place, and why we call this is the foundation of the start of making the design system. Let's understand first. Before we go to the solution, let's understand why we need it at the first place. That's the problem of without building a design system. So let's say there is a color of your brand and you manually update in a one go. So it's very hard to do because you have to go to every buttons, links, icons. So it's a very time tedious task for you to change it in everywhere. Let's understand from the simple analogy. So it's called chef and they are using salt in the multiple dishes, but this is the same salt, but they call it different salt names like seasoning salt, finishing salt, and table salt. Same salt, but different roles. And suddenly there is health rule comes to change some of the ingredients. So what you do? You maybe update the manually dish each, or maybe you can make it again. That's what you do. The same thing happen with our color spacing and typography. You have to do it like manually every screen one by one if you don't create a design token. So that's why we need to understand this is the necessary foundation before we start with our first year approach. Solution design token. We have to create a proper primitives and semantic values so user have understand that those values are for the specific purpose. Same with the salt grams, same salt with the same ingredients and for a different roles. Let's say color text primary, color is also for the action primary, color is action for also for the border default, and there is also the raw value of color. So in the same way, we have create that design foundation for our colors, typography, icon, shadows, borders. So at least we have defined what we need in the specific use case. So before hard-coded values, it's just the button, link, icon, text with only color. After we use the design tokens, color action primary, button, link, icon, text. Once you change the whole color action primary, it can change whole the color from the button, link, icon, text. So you can relate that. Maybe you also do in your companies or even your personal work. For the themes part, token has also the themes, but for now in that chapter one, you can just consider the dark mode and the light mode. So now let's start our episode one, which we call the foundation of design token. Uh, so let's understand why we need the foundation primitives at in the first place before we go to the specific use case of the design token. So when you build a house, or you maybe your parents built a house, you saw that how the house will made. Like they have to set the proper foundation, concrete, steel, measurement, or like 2D maps, or all the things you have to done first to start the foundation of the house. You never start from the windows, bricks, and walls and all those things. Start basically from the foundation, from the bottom. Color, spacing, typography. So color is just a color, as I said. So, as I said already, never assign room names to the foundation material. So, never assign the foundation to the bedroom walls, windows, and kitchen tiles. It's just the raw values. That 500 and their code, just that. Till 400 and their specific code. No context, just the raw values. So, just keep in mind, we are just making the raw values in the first episode. So clean foundation makes everything possible. So we can have flexibility to adapt that, scalable also, and consistent in every approach. So what we learned today, every design system start with the foundation as the same as the house. Primitives are raw values, color spacing, fonts, keep neutral value right now. For raw values, no meaning to the any specific context. So that's the way we can create scalable and flexible foundation. Before creating to the semantic values, let's understand the first with the example. So I am now jumping to the Figma file and now create primitives colors variables with the using of Claude Code. So you have to saw that like how we can do it very quickly without giving a manual effort. Hope you are interesting. So for opening this Figma file, I need to go my code guide. So here is the guide, the step by step how Cloud Desktop app connected with the Figma that I can share with you. So no need to worry to show that all those files. You have to just copy this command and you have to open your PowerShell. So in my window, I have this terminal PowerShell open. So I just paste this command and enter it. So once I run this command, my Figma file is automatically open. You can see here in the window and it shows SAMRISCP server is enabled. And before uh, going to start the Cloud Desktop Bridge plugin, I need to understand there is something plugin called use developer VM is enabled or not. You have to make sure it's enabled all the time. And then you go to your plugin section, Control K, and start the Figma desktop bridge. So yeah, now you can see MCP ready is there. So I just keep it side. So here are the colors. So we need to create the variables. So in the manual approach, what we can do, we can just select the color again, start it. Oh, now it's working. So you can see a color scale generator is working. So you need a 10 shapes of this blue color. You just hit the simple uh, create and you get all the light to dark shades. So it's very easy. You can create the shades from the different tools as well. But for me, it's very easy to do that here. Now you can see here the namings are proper not correct. I would like to go with the 100 to 900 or maybe one extra color to the 950 approach. So you don't need to add manually to change this color. You just select all colors, put Control R and change to the blue color naming slash. I will let you know why I'm using slash here in the later on. So dollar and 00. Now you can see a proper naming 100, 200, 300 and 400. Just rename it. And for the last color, just do manually here. So you can see it's a lot of time taken to add all these colors and things. And the color variable creator with primitive tokens. So this is our first approach, primitive tokens for the foundation to building uh, blocks right now. Create, just go here. You can see it's easily created. But one is the TD star. I need to create light mode and again one more version which is dark mode and manually shift all those values and here. So I need to do it for the all the colors and all the colors and I did do it for the all the colors again and again. It should manually change the values of the dark mode from copy here and paste here, copy here and paste here. So it's a very time tedious task. So let me delete it and also delete it. This creating collection for the variable. Now we have one way to do it very easily. So we have to go our Cloud Code desktop app and let me just open it side by side so you have understand what's happening here. Okay. Then I go to my guide again that definitely I share with you as I promise. So you can check by yourself again and again. Now I just need to copy this. So this is just a command and let understand the Cloud Desktop app will fetch my file or not. It's interesting, right? We are using now Figma from the Cloud Desktop. See, it's easily fetch my file design system cloud, which file I'm right now design system cloud, and it also saw the color primitives is open as well. So it's fetch my file properly. Now I need to give them a command. So before giving create a variable for all color, I just open it variable box. So you can see here what happened here when I rerun the commands. So I already created prompt for primitive collection. Just copy it and paste it in the cloud. So so you can see it's created automatically collection primitive tokens all. Now it can create all the color palettes here from light to dark mode. So you don't need to do it manually that I showed before. You can see it's create one by one. Boom. Now you can see blue colors, both light mode and dark mode are ready. So I don't need to do it manually. It's also create green, purple, and you can see properly they do it. So you don't need to do anything task manually. Red, orange. That is the beauty of doing with the Cloud Desktop app with the Figma sync. Yeah, so in that way you can just reduce your manually work and focus on more on the UX work. So you get done the meaningful work rather than doing this all those colors, typography again and again. So trust me, it's a very uh, time. Trust me, it's a very time reducing effort. You can do it by yourself. I will share all the details and how I do it here. And let's connect to the next episode, which is typography. So the same way we did it colors, we also did the same way in the typography. We just give the prompt and it can done for you in the variable. So yeah, that's it for today. Yeah, thank you for watching.